Quick check of futures, please. We're going to open on the downside this morning. Down 360 for the Dow, 260 for the Nasdaq. David Nicholas with me now. I want to talk about today's meeting with Canada's Prime Minister Carney. Will the markets rally if there's anything positive on tariffs that comes out of that meeting?
Canada is a big trading partner, so I think it will rally if we can get a trademark, but don't expect any deal out of today. At a minimum, we just want to build rapport. But I want to remind our viewers is that because of the CUSMA, 98% of Canadian exports to the U.S. don't have tariffs on it. So less than 2% have tariffs. It's the steel that still has 25% tariffs. And again, Stuart, I'm a free trader, but your earlier guest said how Canadian imports have devastated U.S. steel manufacturers. I don't know if I mind having 25% tariffs remain on imports from Canada. So we'll see. I don't think President Trump's in any rush to reduce those. But I think we want a positive relationship with our northern trading partner. So we don't want it to end in a blow up like the Ukraine meeting. So as long as they end cordial and we build rapport, I think the market will look at that as positive.
This is new and it's just coming out of this morning. What do you make of the European Union's threat to impose tariffs on over $100 billion worth of American products if trade negotiations fail? That's quite a threat.
Yeah, that's absolutely a threat. The market does not like that. It may be why we're seeing a little bit of selling pressure this morning. We're coming off of a nice 9-day rally for the markets. But this is, I think, Europe front-running the U.S. negotiations. They want to act tough. They want to, they're keyboard warrior tough. When it comes down to it, I don't think they want these tariffs to last. But this is them positioning, Stuart, ahead of negotiations to make sure they're serious. But look, the U.S. is serious as well. President Trump is willing to let these tariffs stand for a lot longer than I think Europe can stomach it. So the goal would be to get to no tariffs across the board. But I think this is them just posturing ahead of negotiations.
Would it be true to say that tariffs are the number one priority for investors on Wall Street at this moment? Not the Fed and interest rates, not like at a lower end today, and not so much earnings. We've had the most of them. It's tariffs all the way down the line. Is that the story?
Yeah. Yeah, it is right now, sir. That's what the market is trading on. It's the unknown nature of it. The market wants to see, let's get back to earnings. Let's get back to growth. We want to get the tariff negotiations out of the way because then it comes tax cuts. And if we get tax cuts for markets, that's the next big leg up. But right now, this is all tariff driven. And you're going to see some of that language, I hope, from Jerome Powell. Are they watching what's going to happen with tariffs? And does that mean that if they can get that out of the way, we're going to see higher growth from here?
I think there's real pressure on Trump and the foreign countries to get a trade deal announced this coming week as soon as possible. That would really move the market, right?
Oh, yeah, you're spot on. This is serious, right? We don't want this. Markets don't want us. But I think Trump, for the first time in probably 80 years, the president is standing up to these other nations and saying, look, we want equal trading, and let's get this economy back on track, Stuart.
You got it. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, David. We'll see you again real soon.